What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and if you've taken a look at the specials of Elisabeth and Hannah, which are the new Season 4 heroes, then you probably think they look the same, but they are not the same. Let's talk about it. But first, get $10 worth of Bitcoin for free just by clicking on the link in the description of this video to sign up for Coinbase. Once you trade $100 worth of crypto, you're going to get that $10 worth of Bitcoin deposited directly into your account. And not only do you have the opportunity to earn free Bitcoin, Coinbase has this really cool rewards program that will let you earn free crypto just for learning about it, which is super cool because free crypto is free money. So if you've been seeing people earn tons of money on things like Bitcoin and Ethereum and all other types of crypto and you want in on that action, then you definitely want to sign up for Coinbase because they make it super easy to learn and trade. Now for today's content. All right, so the cool and unique effect given to both Hannah and Elisabeth in Season 4 that we haven't really seen before in Empires and Puzzles are that they give out these fiends that deal 43% attack every turn, and in that way it makes both of them look similar. But if you get hung up on that, then you're going to miss the most important parts about both of these heroes. Spoiler alert, if you watched my videos where I talked about these heroes in depth and graded them, you're going to know that I graded Elisabeth much higher than Hannah. I give Hannah a C+ and I gave Elisabeth an A, and it has everything to do with the last bit of text. You see, Hannah gives the Golden Idol Fiend, which is negative 20% attack for its owner for as long as the owner has the Golden Idol Fiends. This effect cannot be cleansed. Elisabeth, on the other hand, gives negative 24% mana generation for its owner as long as the owner has the Spider Fiends. This effect cannot be cleansed. So the big difference between these two heroes is, of course, Hannah giving the attack down and Elisabeth giving mana down. Now consider this as well. Hannah only hits a target and nearby enemies while Elisabeth hits everybody. Now remember, if you have heroes that hit targets and nearby enemies, they don't often hit 3 heroes. In fact, I would say half the time they're only hitting 2, and there's multiple reasons for that. If they pick any of the flank heroes, they're going to hit 3, or the middle hero, they're going to hit 3. But if they target the end heroes, they're not hitting 3. And if you have knocked out any of the opponents with any of your other hero specials, then they're not hitting 3, they're only hitting 2. Now, you can say that their speed makes a big difference too, because Hannah is fast and also has a passive that makes the first one go off at like very fast speed, basically. And Elisabeth is average speed. However, I would come back with the fact that you can stick a level 23 mana troop on Elisabeth, and that essentially makes her the same speed as Hannah anyway. So there is that. Now, of course, Elisabeth doesn't have that same passive that Hannah has, making the first time really fast. But we have other heroes to compare both Elisabeth and Hannah to show just how powerful Elisabeth is and how okay Hannah is. Now, I don't think Hannah is bad, and I'm going to repeat myself on that too. In my grade book, C+ is not bad. C+ is good. You can use Hannah in certain circumstances and things like that too. And in fact, for a lot of people, that's going to be their best hero. But it just means that there's other better heroes out there, right? So let's compare them to other heroes so you can see what I'm saying. Elisabeth is, in my opinion, most compared to Teleria, who had been such a pain in the neck in Empires and Puzzles history, to the point where she received multiple nerfs to knock her back down, and it had everything to do with hitting every enemy with negative % mana generation, because it just really slows the opposing team down and doesn't let them be able to build up their specials and set them off. And that was what was so powerful and so frustrating about Teleria. And look, it's printed right here on Elisabeth, and you have to be able to heal to get rid of these. So the problem with that is, of course, that if you're not able to set off your specials, then you're not healing. And if you're not healing, you're not getting rid of these fiends. So if Elisabeth is basically going off at the same speed Hannah is with the level 23 mana troop, and now you're not able to set off your specials, that's what makes Elisabeth so powerful. Now, Hannah's not hitting as many heroes and only does attack down. So consider this with Hannah is that there's always at least a couple of heroes sneaking through unaffected by Hannah. And that's going to allow you to basically heal and potentially kill her and all of that. So it's much easier to deal with Hannah than it is Elisabeth. While Elisabeth reminds me mostly of Teleria, Hannah reminds me of a couple of heroes. For example, Vela and Zaylene. Now, Vela also received a couple of nerfs, but you have to understand Vela hit everybody, and it wasn't so much Vela's individual ability. Empires and Puzzles got a lot of criticism for nerfing Vela because it wasn't Vela that was the problem. It was the Teleria Gravemaker Vela together, and then eventually Black Knight Teleria and Vela together that were causing most of the problem. And when she was nerfed, she was nerfed to the current form where she does attack down for everybody, but it had been red heroes previously. The attack down was huge on red heroes because people would put Teleria at the tank, and then Vela would basically just make it impossible to kill Teleria because then your red heroes weren't doing the attack down. All right, so Vela hits everybody at fast speed. Hannah does not. She only hits the target and nearby enemies. Same thing with Zaylene. Zaylene is fast speed and does hit everybody, doesn't hit just the target and nearby heroes. So if you have experience with Zaylene and Vela in this game, you know that they're not widely used. They are good, they're not bad, there's just better options than those two. And Hannah's playing out the same exact way, except I would say Hannah's possibly not even quite as good as those two, just because she's not hitting everybody like those two are. So if you really dive in and take a look at these specials, you're going to see why Hannah and Elisabeth really don't match up on closer look. So I just wanted to point this out. I do think that there's some nuances with it. Agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. Also, if you haven't already, please consider giving this video a like, subscribing, hitting the bell notification so you know when I drop more videos or go live, and I will catch you in the next one.